Good morning. My name is Joshua Nelson. I'm a General Field Assistant here at the Mars Desert Research Station. Today I'm going to be outlining the gray water system that operates here at the HAB. 60% of the water you use in your average household is gray water. It's water that goes down your sinks, your sink drains, or your shower. Any water that goes through your toilet is called black water because it contains sewage. Gray water, though, is reusable if you use the right system. Gray water comes down from the habitat and ends up here in our gray water tank. This is a storage facility for the gray water until it is needed by the Greenhab system. When you need gray water, you come in here to the greenhouse. To pump number 1. When you need to put gray water into the system, you hand pump number 1, to send water from the gray water tank outside through the straining tank. The straining tank contains a lot of strainers that take out any of the large particulate matter that might be in the gray water, like leftover chunks of food, hair from the shower, etc. From the straining tank, the water flows down through this pipe into the gray water system. From the straining tank, the water goes into the 2 trickle reservoir tanks. These trickle reservoir tanks contain proline bacteria, which eat a lot of the bad material, such as phosphates, that are left over in the water after going through the shower or the sink. Each crew is provided with 1 bag of proline bacteria. Once a week, you need to add 1 tablespoon of proline bacteria into the top of each trickle reservoir tank. To do so, just remove the straining filter, take a tablespoon, and add the proline bacteria directly into the tank. Then, replace the strainer. The proline bacteria should always be kept on this shelf right here. Now, the trickle reservoirs, as they grow the proline bacteria, they also serve as a storage tank for the trickle system. The trickle system pumps water from the trickle reservoirs up through our trickle tanks. The trickle tanks contain lots of bioballs, which collect bacteria. So any harmful bacteria that might be in our gray water goes through the trickle tanks. The bioballs remove the harmful bacteria, and then the water ends up back into our trickle reservoir where it gets processed by the proline bacteria. Another function of the proline bacteria is to remove any of the sludge or smelly stuff out of the gray water. That is why it doesn't smell very bad here in the gray water system. Now, from the trickle reservoirs, water flows into aquatic tank number 1. When your crew needs to fill some of the aquatic tanks or the toilet tank, you go over here to valve number 1 and turn it into the parallel position. When you do so, water will start flowing out of this pipe. Only keep that valve open long enough to fill the toilet reservoir tank. When you see water up at the top of the tank, turn off valve number 1. Once you turn on valve number 1, water will pass through all 3 aquatic tanks into the toilet supply tank. It does this via siphon effect. You don't need to change any other valves or open any other pumps or systems. Now, in each of the aquatic tanks we have a different variety of plant growing. In aquatic tank number 1, we grow mini water hyacinths. These small water plants look like this, are a hardier variety of water hyacinths which can stand the concentrated gray water that's in the first tank. From the first aquatic water tank, water is siphoned into aquatic tank number 2, which is growing a variety of duckweed. From aquatic tank number 2, water flows into aquatic tank number 3, where we're growing a variety of real water hyacinths. The only maintenance that needs to be done on the aquatic tanks is about once per week you should come in here and look for any dead leaves or dead plants. Remove any dead leaves, and if there's a large amount of die-off, you should report that into mission support. From aquatic tank number 3, water flows via siphon effect into our toilet supply tank. The toilet supply tank is exactly what it sounds like. It is the supply for the toilet. If there is not water in the toilet supply tank up to about here, the toilet will not function and you will not be able to flush the toilet. So that's everything for the gray water system here at the Hab. Again, my name is Joshua Nelson, and I hope you enjoyed this video.